Now, in high definition, this is CBS 4 News. Get the whole story.
And if you're ready to start planting a vegetable garden, we'll help you decide how to go about it.
Well, if you're looking to save money, a good place to start could be your grocery bill.
Rebecca Cohen of Rebecca Plants is showing us how to beat the recession by planting a vegetable garden. Rebecca, thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you.
So my first question is, I see you have these pots here, but do you need a lot of room to start this, first of all?
You don't. You know, a lot of us want to start a vegetable garden, but aren't quite sure where to begin. And my company, Rebecca Plants, helps beginners in the garden and with outdoor activities that help us get outside and improve our well-being.
I definitely would be a beginner.
What better way to do that with a healthy, inexpensive, and simple vegetable garden?
So where do we start?
Yeah, where do we start?
You know, there are things that you can plant by seed right now and things that you can plant by seedling, and we're going to talk about both. You know, I've got my 5 picks for easiest vegetables to grow, and right now you can plant carrots and lettuce right now by seed.
Carrots and lettuce.
And in a pot like this, you can plant
in a pot like this, or you can plant in the ground. You know, in a pot you can use potting mix. In the ground, you definitely want to use organic garden soil. If you've got your own compost, fantastic. If you don't, you can purchase it, so not to worry. So you simply want to scatter the seeds.
And these are what seeds again?
These are carrot seeds right now. You can also use lettuce seeds right now as well.
So how many seeds are you putting? How much are you putting in?
I'm just taking a handful and I'm literally just scattering them around. What you want to do is cover it with about less than an inch of soil on top. Water it, place it in the sun, and as the seedlings start to grow in about 1 to 2 weeks, you want to pinch around them. Leave about 2 inches so you have an even distribution and give your plants a good start.
So the sun is key too?
The sun is key, and also watering every day. And if you have kids, it's a great way for them to help out.
But every single day, water?
Every single day. Exactly.
And how much, sun, because, you know, like, depending on where you live and your direction, it could be an all day,
all day is fine. At least 6 hours.
At least 6 hours.
And with the summer heat that you're having here, as long as you're watering every day, you'll be just fine.
Yeah, things dry out pretty quickly here. So
by seedling, you can plant bell peppers right now, tomatoes.
Is that what this is, bell pepper?
This is a bell pepper. And you'll notice that this container is a little bit bigger than this one. For the seeds, we've gone for the size of a bucket. As you get into plants that are going to need support, you want to get a little bit bigger. So with a seedling, you want to simply take it out of its container, dig a hole for it, put it back in the hole, replace the soil, again water, put in that sunny spot every day, and then after you plant it, you might as well go ahead and put your support down in the container, and that's going to help support the vegetables as it grows.
So which vegetables need support like this?
Bell peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, eggplant. Anything with a heavy fruit.
So now what would be some of the other vegetables? You talked about 5, and we were talking about carrots, and you talked about lettuce, and now you're talking about bell peppers. What are a couple of other ones that would be good this time?
Peas are wonderful. And if you can find a pea seedling, also it's going to want support, probably a trellis. But again, it's going to be climbing like a tomato. And you know what? If you're starting a vegetable garden, start simple. You know, don't be afraid to start with 2 vegetables. You know, if you start with your carrot seeds and your lettuce seeds, and you prefer to put off the bell peppers and tomatoes, no problem. But you can do all 5 in a small space.
We have some fertilizer here too.
Yes, I just wanted to mention that there are natural fertilizers out there. This is a fish fertilizer. You really only need a drop, and you dilute it in water. Yes, exactly. And basically, after the first month, for about every 2 to 3 weeks, you want to spray it directly on the leaves, and that just gives your plants an extra boost. You don't need a lot of fertilizer. A little goes a long way.
So tell us, once we get these things growing, how long is it that we have to wait before they start to actually...
It's a couple of months.
Fruits of labor that,
but again, as a family, you start to really enjoy going outside every day and watching it grow. And what a great science lesson in the yard.
It really is.
Now, what about these wonderful herbs, right?
These are herbs. I love herbs, and on my growing vegetable guide that's available on my website, I not only have my 5 picks for vegetables, but 5 picks for herbs. I love rosemary, sage, thyme. Those are also great in containers at this time of year.
All right, and it sounds pretty easy to do. We'll see
in
a couple months, right?
Just get out and try it. That's all you need to do.
Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us today.
And if you'd like to learn more about growing vegetables, we've set up a link on our website at cbs4denver.com, and you can connect to Rebecca's website there and get a copy of her guide to growing vegetables.